Hello friends, welcome back to the channel, and to this episode about the K31 lookalikes I proudly present you the rifle from Furter in Olten, and I can do so thanks to Werner Isles Kessler from the Kessler auction house in Kreuzlingen, Switzerland. What we immediately may notice with the Furter carbine, you see the cocking piece is missing, unlike the normal K31, so you cannot easily cock and decock the rifle, and you cannot easily save and unsave the rifle. So the Furter has its own type of safety. You see this here where my finger is. You can save and unsave the gun with a red and a white dot, and to get the bolt out of the breech you have to press this one piece here. The one which is usually at the K31 is missing on this rifle. So you see from the K31 you have to press this thing if you want to get out the bolt. So you may remember that the K31 actually also has a turning cylinder. So you pull straight, but you have a turning part in, you have a cam, and this moves the locking lugs in and out of the breech. That's how the K31 works. With the Furter it's different. This is a real straight pull. Put it like this, get it out, and as you may see, there is no turning part. There's only one locking lug. I hope this gets on focus. You see when you pull this front, fore and back, this one moves up and down. Down is in the lock position, up you can remove it. So there's only one locking lug on the right hand side, and you can very easily disassemble this. That's basically all you have to do for the disassembly of the Furter, and it's very easily reassembled. So here you see the rifle in its own beauty. You see it's sportified, so it has an ringhorn in front, as in diopter, mounted by a rail which a gunsmith put on. This is not original like this, so it was delivered without any rail for diopter mounting. And this one has the highest known serial number. This is 303. All the other numbers are below 200. So I saw 5 different rifles of this Furter Type 1, and this one has the highest serial number. There is a Type 2 of this rifle, which is the same rifle with a 5-round magazine, but I never saw any of these rifles, not even on pictures. I just was told that it exists, and the lowest known serial number of the Type 2 is 311. So maybe they produced of this type until 310 and then started with the 5-round magazine with the 311, but I cannot prove this. So that's almost all what I can tell you about the Furter rifle, because there is not much known. It was probably produced in the late 50s, early 60s, and before I tell you why the production of these rifles became less and less popular in Switzerland, I will give you a short overview of the history about the 22 long rifle shooting in Switzerland. The Swiss Shooting Society, Schweizerischer Schützenverein, SSV, was founded in 1824, and also the first federal shooting competition, Eidgenössisches Schützenfest, was held this year in Aarau. In 1898, the Eidgenössische Flobert-Schützenverband. Flobert has actually different calibers, 4mm, 6mm, 9mm, but in Switzerland it's very common to call a 22 long rifle a Flobert rifle. So this society was founded in 1898 and was renamed in 1933 into Eidgenössisch Kleinkaliberschützenverband, so Federal Small Bore Shooting Society. And they had their first federal shooting competition in 1899 in Biel, and it took some time before they agreed to shoot 50-meter distance, because they shoot different distances from 10 meter to 60 meter. In 1958 the Kleinkaliberschützenverband asked their members, what rifles do you use? and from the 8,000 which answered, 85% used converted military rifles and only 15% used match rifles. And the great advantage of the changed military rifles was that you could shoot in the prone position. The match rifles we had to shoot in kneeling position. This actually is still valid in the SSV today, so all military rifles may shoot prone, all Freigewehre or match rifles must shoot kneeling position. This rule that the service rifles or ordnance rifles can shoot prone and the match rifles has to shoot kneeling position, which is still valid in the SSV today, was abolished in the Kleinkaliberverband in 1964, and this is why the production of such rifles stopped, because there was no advantage anymore in competing with the match rifles. So here in the picture you see a Martini match rifle. This is one of the competitors of this service rifles, and you see already in the shape of the stock that you cannot shoot in the prone position with these rifles. You have to shoot either kneeling or standing. Friedrich Martini was born in 1833 in Hungary, and he was quite successful as a designer of machines. In 1866 he got a patent on his locking system, and the patent was valid in France, in Germany and in England. 1871 England introduced the Martini system for their service rifles, and in 1875 the British competition shooters used the Martini system at their Wimbledon competition. Martini had his own rifle factory in Frauenfeld, but until 1890 he could make just 3,000 to 4,000 of these rifles, so he stopped the production and sold the machines to Hämmerli. Hämmerli and other Swiss gun makers continued to manufacture Martini system rifles, and up to date Hämmerli has the Martini systems in their 3 pistols. So there are probably a lot of videos about the Martini system in the internet. That's why I just show you how the system works, because you won't see this properly when I shoot them with this rifle. You see, this is the breech open and this is the breech closed, and the thing which pushes it around you see here. So this is then this thing what you see here is this one, and this is inside this block. So this is the basic principle of the Martini rifle. In the following video sequence you see me shooting with the Martini rifle. I cannot shoot the Furter rifle because it's only borrowed from the Kessler auction house. Hello friends, welcome back to the channel. I would like to show you this Martini Henry rifle, which was probably initially chambered in the old infantry round 7.5 times 53.5, but this is not available anymore, and this particular one was converted to 22 long rifle. You can open and close the breech with this lever here. You see it has a German style Z trigger, has a thumb rest here, so it's a rifle for right-handers. And you see it has normal iron sights. Sometimes you see them also with diopters. So let's shoot this thing.
Hast du überholt am Witz? So ein krasses Ding da. weiß nicht, ob überhaupt noch Olten. Also ich glaube, der Feldstich, der Standstich, der Kantonalstich. Super. Und dann weiss ich gar nicht, ob es da noch lösen. Jetzt kann ich ihn eben nicht fragen.
Ja, kannst du sagen?
Und da noch Munition rausnehmen.
Ja, hast du die mit dir drin?
Ja. Da jetzt einen, ja? So, Unterschied.
Wenn ich gerade vor, dann schon auch, die haben jetzt am also bin ich einfach runtergekommen und dann Drawing ist er vor. Und so hat der Blick schneller vergessen. Aber du bist schon grundsätzlich ruhig, oder? Ja, das ist total.
Ist der ganz wenig da geklebt?
Hier nicht stimmt, oder? Ich bin nicht gut. Du bist jetzt wieder rechts und das ist total. Also, der Unterschied ist ja. Stark und massig. Jetzt steige ich wieder. Ja. Das ist gut.
So, here you can see the group. If you subtract the lowermost, this 94, this is a really nice group, about less than an inch, 2 centimeter in diameter. So, as you may have seen, I'm not really a perfect shooter with the Martini rifle. It doesn't have a diopter. With the diopter it's probably better. But when you see that you have to shoot in the kneeing position with this rifle and the Furter with the diopter and this brilliant trigger, you can shoot in the prone position, you clearly have a chance to compete with the Furter rifle. So friends, that's all for today. Thank you very much for watching. That's all about the Furter rifle I can tell you, and maybe we see us at the range soon.